Welcome to another video. Now this one's basically about live streams. Now I was on a live stream on this channel a couple of weeks ago. It was actually 3 weeks ago now. Reviewed the the video, see how it went. And it was actually alright. Obviously, if you're doing a live stream thing yourself, you think maybe you've come off as a bit of a knob or something, but it was actually alright. The stream, it makes a good like watch, a bit like Question Time, except like a sort of like a truthful version of Question Time. Good debate. It was mainly about mass immigration. Right? So this is the video. Quite long, 4 hours 24. But I can see, you're going to watch some like politics thing on the TV or Question Time or something. Watch this instead. There's quite a lot of good debate on it. Mainly about mass immigration. Never mentioned any trans things, or it did in a way, right? If you know, obviously the code of the J word and all that. I did mention trances, but it was basically a debate on mass immigration. Right? Quite turned out alright. Right? So obviously this Shield Destroyer one, is worth subscribing to type of thing, because the whole live streams every so often, quite regularly. So obviously it's worth subscribing to this one, right? And then that brings to the next channel, right, which is this one, Candid with Lobna, right? Now again, they do a lot of live streams on here, and as you can see from the poors, right, they're in the 777 code, right? So this one's a Mason straight away, right? Now again, right, this one I did again go on a live chat thing, the stream thing, right? And I was talking away for like 20 minutes or something like that. And actually had the audience, people that was chatting and all that. There was about 200 or something watching me, and they were reacting quite positively to like what I was saying and all that. It was on my side type of thing, right? And of course, after about 25 minutes, they basically disconnected us type of thing, When I went quiet a bit, they disconnected us from it. And I just thought, fair enough, I had about half an hour on that something, right? And then basically, when it come time for me to look for the video and have a look at it, and one day, they never put the video on. And if you know this channel, they put live stream up with loads of people on, right? So as you see, they're doing stream things all the time. The ones where I cry and all that crap, And obviously, quite a few thousand views all the time and all that. And this one, I think, was one of the most recent ones it did, which was, I think this was on a Saturday night. And basically, I come in on the Saturday night, right? And I remember that this one was doing a 12 hours open mic marathon thing. So I was thinking, maybe I got on there. I hadn't seen that the previous video that I was on wasn't even up, right? So I thought I'll have a look at this, right? So I switched this on, and then I thought, really, that's a pack of weirdos, and just talking shit, like about Muslimism and different branches of Muslimism, stuff like. Obviously I don't even understand what it's about to that extent, I'm not interested in that type of thing, But take a bunch of weirdos, look at these, right? So these are the characters that it allows on, right? Where I was, like I say, I was talking away for 20 odd minutes. All the people were quite interested in the, and they didn't put the video up, They didn't put the video up. Why? Because I was on it, like, type of thing, see what I mean? So obviously you've got to be in a Masonic club, as all these weirdos are. Look at that, Like I say, I've seen this thing, and they're just talking on about different, like Musha Walla, Allah Walla, Gala Walla, Jalla Walla, and all this shit. I don't know what it means. So I just thought, I'm not gonna bother, But this was before I knew it, they hadn't put my video up, and the video I was on hadn't put up. It's obvious why, it's obvious why. They're on Masonic, and this thing's a trans. And it's like a ghoul, parasiting at the destruction of Britain, it's making money, right? If you see every time it ends a video, right? Yeah, just notice this one actually, like, so as you can see, it's having a chat with Tommy Rubenstein. So it's obviously, you know, Masonics, and they wonder it didn't allow me onto the channel, you know what I mean? Because obviously, you know, a few people might have sort of got wind on my channel and they actually looked at the videos and all that type of thing, so obviously it can't be allowed, you know, at their little network, right? So as you see when you look at it, you know, you look at how close the things are trans, and it's like it's a ghoul, like a parasite vampire, standing over the you know, the dying body of Britain, you know. And obviously it's going on about how it's opposed to Muslim all the time, but it's basically, again, it's reinforcing Muslimic ideas into you know, our culture. You see it at the end of every one of its videos, right? It does a sort of plug for the book, right? 2035 Britain 3 5s is course 5, 10, 15, 6. It's just a hex. If you notice the idea of there's all these urban like hoodie types in that chasing around, and they must be represent her or him in that in the middle, like frightened and running away, right? Of course in reality it'll be us who's in the middle running away, and all the urbanites will be like with her, you know. So it's a total piss tape and a turn around. And as you see, holding the book up doing a 777. Right? Every video, right? So it's basically sort of begging people to buy its book. I mean, I can't see it being a good read, like, can you? Like low IQ for a start, right? Again, yeah. See, I've seen on BBC, Talk TV and GB News, so obviously, you know, I was going to take my piece off, right? You know, you see the die, right, for the dualistic, right? So it's obviously, again, it's like a cane, 2-ball cane, 2-ball, right? 2-ball cane in the dualistic, so it's Masonic, right? Duality, the black and white piece. The two worlds, you know, the two worlds which are like operating at the same time. One that they're in and the one that the normal ones are in. Two worlds. So basically, what does this here remind you of, right? Parasite depends on its host for shelter and for food. Mosquitoes align with the biological definition of a parasite. Ectoparasite, feed on the exterior of a host's body. Britain is the host. Now we see this read. This basically adds up to over, you know, 5,500 mosques in Britain. And their number does not account for temporary prayer spaces and other facilities. Now, if you know what they do, the Muslimic community is if they declare the front room in a house, you know, that normal house, if they declare it a prayer space, they don't have to pay a tax in the front room in the house. This is what a lot of people have said, really. So basically, you know, if they can avoid paying the tax in the house by sort of, you know, like, for their own family, like say about 30 in a family or something, to go in the front room and it's a prayer space, right? And it's just crazy. And there shouldn't even be one in Britain, you know, and on. But it's Masonic, the Masons want them in, right? And if you know about the design of a Masonic temple, it's basically the same as a mosque, right? Traditionally old Masonic temples. See all like the early temple mount in the early Muslim period. things like St. Paul's Cathedral and all that, right? Supposed Roman ones and Indian ones. Basically all like Masonic design. So obviously the hex in the ceiling. That type of idea with the, the eye, all seeing eye, or a masonry type of thing. Just occurred to us, right? You've got the mummy. Now, if you know masonry, 333 is a distress code, right? It's a distress code in Freemasonry, right? Now, the mummy is basically as your 333, right? Obviously, you're 33 there. So again, this is a forming like a Masonic tale, right? It's basically a horror story, right? Now, this concept of the mummy coming from Egypt, like the biblical the Israelites, right? Interesting, the FF is 66 in our call off. Right? But the stories about Egyptian, ancient Egypt, right? It's basically like Muhammad, Muslim Muhammad, right? Muhammad, they call him Muhammad, which is Muhammad. Right? So basically the mummy is, again, it's like it's a metaphor for the Muslim type of idea, putting with creepiness, to scare people, right? It's like a horror thing. This one goes back, obviously, when the book was written, but the film goes back in 1930 or something. Again, right, 77 code. Look how much code there is, right? Janus Webb, Janus Webb. Egyptian mummy Cheops, like the psyops. So, there's plenty of good in that. Obviously, like no one would be alive from 1827 and up to like 1930s or something. So, you know what I mean? It's like, unless you had a first-hand copy of the original book. Future filled with advanced technology, reanimated mum. So you can see the parallels with Muslimism and Muhammad. You see Muhammad. United Nation there with Kalugi and Otto Habsburg and all them. So you have Hamed, meaning masculine, near meaning praiseworthy. So you have Muhammad. That'll be like the mummy will be like a trans idea again, because the mummy is a woman. And Hamed is masculine. So again, it's like a combination of female and masculine. Right? Again, it's like a trans idea, right? Muhammad. So we got all these, these creepy horror films coming through, right? In the 1930s, Universal Studios, it was like, Dracula, mummies, all that. It was, again, like referencing, obviously, the Masonic thing. So this mummy idea is a trance, so it's like, be scared of the trances, be scared of these, these masons, right? So part of the witchcraft spell was making these horror films, right? That all represent them, werewolf, Dracula, vampire, mummy, all that, right? And again, this, right? Again, it's like the trans idea, the women's breasts and the man's bottom parts, right? So, right? And again, the Crusades idea and Knights Templars, right? The worship of Muhammad. So it's the same thing again, as is this one, Again, Robin idea, right? Like Tommy Rubenstein taking a boy under his wing, right? Like a BBC statue taking a boy under the wing idea, right? So all these characters that came about, and the two-bar cane is all Masonic, right? All of them. None of them come about without being Masonic.